Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught us this truth, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, so I got this video I wanted to play real quick and get some precepts on it.
People started fighting, people were yelling, people were crying.
The Tyson facility in Joslin is shutting down, leaving more than 2,500 people scrambling. This is the letter those workers got this afternoon confirming the plant's permanent closure. Workers will get paid for the next 2 months, but the job some have leaned on for years is gone. The Tyson Foods plant is located in Joslin. That plant began operations in 1983 under the ownership of Iowa Beef Processors. You can tell by the map it was a central part to the local and regional economy. But why is a company that's called the area home for so long closing its doors with next to no notice? Well, the breadcrumbs were public as of about 10 days ago on the company's earnings call. Tyson told shareholders they expect losses around $650 million this fiscal year in its beef processing sector alone. Company officials claim cattle shortages and high livestock costs are to blame for that massive loss. But that reasoning doesn't do much for the workers who now only have a few weeks to find where their next paycheck is coming from. KWQC's Elizabeth Ruggiero talked to some of those workers who learned their career at Tyson was over.
For decades, the Tyson complex in Joslin has been the heartbeat of this community. But that beat went silent this afternoon. As workers arrived for their shift, they weren't sent to the production line. They were funneled into the cafeteria to receive a letter that many say felt like a betrayal.
People started fighting, people were yelling, people were crying. I know people that have been here for 30 plus years. I know people that have been here as little as 3 days.
Tyson says the decision comes down to economics, rising beef prices, and lack of cattle. But for the 2,700 people who work behind these gates, the why doesn't matter as much as the what now. While they'll be paid through October, the loss of health insurance and steady work is a reality that is starting to sink in.
It's devastating. All these people without jobs, they take medication that costs $300 a month. Then insurance don't cover. Now I have to weigh in on that. I have to watch what I do, I guess. I don't know.
Rita Newton has been with Tyson for 11 years. She says the plant felt like a family that's now being split up for a company's bottom line. Though workers' new contract talks stalled this summer, an announcement like this didn't seem like a remote possibility.
How do you just drop, a bomb like that in a day? People coming in for their shift and, guess what? Go home. No more job. People leaving today from work are getting stopped. Hey, don't come back tomorrow. How do you do that to people?
A company that brought thousands of people down this road every day is expected to be a ghost town by Monday, with no plans to replace it anytime soon. In Joslin, Elizabeth Ruggiero, KWQC TV 6 News.
The Tyson closure even got the attention of Governor J.B. Pritzker. While he offered support and resources to the affected workers, he put the blame on cattle prices squarely on the Trump administration between the war in Iran and tariffs. Meanwhile, Republican State Senator Lee Ariano Jr. feels there's a different place to put the blame. He says the Tyson closure is a reflection of Illinois' business climate and believes the state will stay in a tailspin unless changes happen soon.
Hey, we've been warning you, man. All right, the men of the Lord, starting off with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, we've been warning you, man. All right. The scripture says that there should be no work for Egypt. All right. But real quick, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. And I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not." Right? We've been letting you people know, okay, that there is evil coming, man. We've been letting Jake know. And what you niggas do? Niggas be scoffing. Niggas be, you believe in it. Man, you used to. Right? The Lord said he appointed over them 4 kinds of death, man. All right? But it says, while the evil days come not, all right? Evil is a compound word, which means bad times. All right? This is what we've been broadcasting. All right? It says, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, right? While you still have a chance. Verse 3, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Who are the keepers of the house? The keepers of the house are your economists, right? Your people who watch the economy. All right, I think he said something about 630 million. That ain't looking good for your GDP, right? Your GOP, or however they say it, whatever, gross domestic product, GDP. All right, and not just to mention that, but what does this mean for what follows behind that? Right? What comes behind a big plant, food plant? This ain't just any plant. This is Tyson, right? I believe I did something on this, probably a couple years ago, probably last year type shit. But this is Tyson, okay? A major food processing center. On top of your president cutting your stamps. Right? And ultimately it's the Lord that's putting these thoughts, okay, in the president's mind. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, right? There's a lot of ceasing, okay, going on. A lot of food being pushed out, and then they're ceasing it. Oh, no, we can't do this. You got to stop, recall, right? Recall that shit. That shit got that shit on it. Get that shit back. Bring it back, right? This is the Lord bringing these plagues, man. The scripture says in 2 Esdras 15:5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, okay, war, great war, okay. This is it, right? And whose blessing is the sword? Esau, Edom. Okay, the Edomites. All right, the so-called white man, whose biblical name, all right, is Esau, Edom. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, okay? Hey, the Lord appointed over them 4 kinds, man. And Lord willing, I grab it. It says the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And why is the Lord doing this? Why is he allowing this? Right? Verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. This is why the Lord is allowing these woes to come. Okay? This is why he sent them out. Because wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. It's everywhere. Okay? I was doing my little job today. I'm delivering and shit. Oh, man, I felt bad for old buddy. Little young, little YN. I see him running and shit. He run into it, I guess it's a girl car. He say, I hear them arguing and shit. Well, I hear him. He like, bitch, is you for real? He like, bitch, you should have kept it real, bitch. Bitch, we could have got killed, bitch. Running behind her, he talking about some, asked you about the number, bitch, this, that, and the third, we could have got killed, bitch, this shit crazy, bitch, he bugging out. All right? Wickedness had, exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Okay? Everywhere. Everything. It says, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. All right? Here, let's keep going with this. I'm going to jump down to verse 8. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Okay? I mean, the Lord is not just going to, it's action. Right? As touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. All right? The scriptures say, because of pride, the city shall be troubled, man. All right? It says, it says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Right? And we complaining down here. All right? We want to see this place turn right side up, which is to be nothing. All right? But here I wanted to grab this other scripture. It says, this is 2nd Esdras 6. And verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Okay, this would be considered a sown place, man. All right, your chicken, your food processing centers where you get your, before it goes on the road to your local grocery stores. Right, before it's there, it's here. All right. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. All right. Hey, you niggas getting ready to see a whole nother side of people. All right. I'm going to jump to verse 24. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, right? No food, cannibalism. No food, invading one another. No food, robbing one another. Unaliving one another. It says at that time shall friends fight one against it. Hey, it's going to be like a movie, man. All right, but it's the Lord's movie. This ain't our movie. We can't edit. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. All right? Friends going to fight against one another like enemies. All that day one, oh, I would never. Oh, I trust this brother. Right? That shit gonna be out the window. Trust who? Nigga, you don't get the fuck away from me. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. Right? The water. Ain't they talking about the grid? The grid. You know, everything is on a grid. The springs of the water, it says the springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Right? No clean drinking water. All right. This is the Lord taking a look at America and the world, man. All right? Because we're at the end of a rulership. We're at the end of, I think it's earlier here in this chapter it says it. No, it's not this one. Well, it is this one. 2 Esdras 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. All right, so we're at the end of this man's world, and this is how it's going out. All right, darkness, right? A perilous times, man. Shalom.